Howdy, everybody. How's it going? Happy 2026. Happy New Year. All that kind of good stuff.
Oh, yeah. It's been off to a wild start. I'm sure no one else had on their bingo card for 2026 that the first week we were going to try to reestablish the strength of the petrodollar. Like that took me by surprise. So
yeah. That wasn't on my bingo card either. Yeah, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Oh man.
Well, how's Badel doing in 2026?
It's going.
Well, better than the alternative.
Christmas Eve, Christmas were better than, so far, but still winning giveaways.
You're winning giveaways. You're starting 2026 as a winner.
Hey,
and I ended 2025 as a winner. So on Christmas Eve, Chris Bagnell did a giveaway with Blockchain Bay. It's like his little thing. I got a ticket to Mining Disrupt.
Oh, nice.
Which I'm not going to go, so it'll be a giveaway at some point. I'm just waiting to get the actual ticket. And then on Christmas Day, I won $100 in Bitcoin from Randy Hipper.
Sweet. Nice.
And then Saturday and Sunday, I won some packs of seeds.
All right, dude. It's time for you to buy some lottery tickets, I'm guessing. That's all I'm saying right now. 2026, you're kind of sliding right in there pretty good, I'm guessing.
In between that, I bought $100 in scratch-offs, and I won absolutely zero.
Okay.
So he had to test the luck.
And I did like what a lot of people say is buy all the same tickets, and I did.
Yeah.
And the chances are like 1 in 4.15 or something like that. Well, I had 10 tickets. Nope. Didn't even win a single thing.
Well,
so I'm guessing you didn't win the big Powerball jackpot. The what was it, 1.5 billion or whatever that was?
1.8 billion. They took home 600 million.
Yeah.
Taxes were just like, yep, you don't get any of that.
You don't get none of that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't even buy those. There's no point.
Yep.
I agree. You have a better odds of being a solo miner on Bitcoin and hitting oh
my God, BC is saying yes, go solo mine Bitcoin.
That was not me saying solo mine Bitcoin. That's talking about statistics.
That's it. I'm clipping that. That is BC saying solo mine Bitcoin.
Oh goodness. Well, I'm glad we could start 2026 off with some laps together.
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. Let's go say hi to see who's kind of jumping on in here. I can see notifications are still going out. YouTube doing their usual good job there. But Wick's wife in the house. Appreciate you being here. Let's see, Adam Simpson. How's it going there, bud? Good to see you in the house. And it looks like that the rest of this conversation with those guys. So that's it. There it is.
Well, we had a trade intuition on
you know what?
mobile. He said he was first.
Really? I didn't see that. Oh.
Yep.
I don't know why I'm not seeing that.
Oh, well, at least I could see it.
Wait. Could you please put that back up? I don't.
Yep.
Did you have it up?
Yep.
Damn.
He first. He was first in the horizontal one, or the vertical one. There we go.
Well, welcome, Trade Intuition. Bingos and a bangos in the chat. If you're a channel member, you know the drill. Sorry, I don't know. For some reason, I can't see that.
It happens every once in a while.
Oh, well. Well, I suppose we should kick things off. People look like they're starting to pile in here. Welcome, everybody. Jump in, say hey. You know how it goes. BC, you're driving. Go ahead. Tell everybody what we're going to look at first.
Well, we got a few stories. I'm pretty sure we've touched on Tether before and their free Bitcoin printing mechanism, but we will dive a little bit further into that today because they did a massive Bitcoin purchase for them, and we got 47 countries launching new crypto taxes.
Yep.
Coming to America soon. So we will
No
dive
doubt.
into all. Yeah. They said 2028. So you still got a few years, but make your money now. So
Yeah.
and
Well, I mean, if you're to believe X, there's going to be no taxes. Trump is going to say, "Don't worry about taxes."
oh, that'd be so nice, but
It would
yeah,
be nice.
that's
I
not
mean,
how that goes.
I think X is off the rails a little bit. But anyway, I mean, I don't know. Sorry, I
They
didn't
would,
mean to interrupt. Go ahead,
yeah,
BC.
they would never lie to us and tell us
I,
they're not going to tax us. That's not how that goes.
hell to the no.
But we also had a very big article about the chains that have closed locations all around the US in 2025. And so we'll kind of touch on that and what it means for the economy going into 2026. I know we got some data today that kind of touches on a lot of that as well. So we'll get into all of that in a little bit. But that first article was all about Tether and their buying of some Bitcoin. So let's dive into that one first. We got Tether just bought 8,888 Bitcoin, exposing a mechanical profit engine, turning T-bills into automatic crypto demand. And getting into this, Tether bought 8,888 Bitcoin in Q4 of 2025, lifting its holdings above 96,000 Bitcoin, according to CEO Paolo Ordonino. Nailed it. The purchase extends a strategy that Tether has tied to its operating results, allocating 15% of its quarterly profits to Bitcoin. If USDT liabilities keep expanding and short-term rates remain high enough to keep interest income elevated, that policy can translate stable coin earnings into a recurring spot demand for Bitcoin. The same choice also expands market-to-market exposure inside a reserve stack built to meet redemptions. This issue has become more central to ratings and regulatory scrutiny, and how Tether's reserve strategy turns stablecoins growth into systemic exposure. The most recent point-in-time reserve snapshot available in Tether's public reporting in its BDO assurance for the period ending September 30th, 2025, shows right here. So
Yeah,
you
I
got
like
its
this
total.
breakdown.
Oh yeah, its total reserves in US dollars was $181.223 billion, and its total liabilities were only $174 billion. So we're talking about $15 billion in profit. Pretty nice for a company that only buys T-bills, which
Yeah,
is insane. When it's like you're
right.
making a lot of money just buying T-bills. Their excess reserves, which is just a buffer. So if anything
Yes.
ever happens, you know, they've got money set aside. They're talking $6.7 billion. Quite a bit of money, just to, like, you know, as a safety net.
That's a
Their
decent
US
buffer.
their US Treasury bills, $112 billion worth of Treasury bills. And I'm pretty sure we've talked about it here before, but like this was the whole mechanism that the US government wanted. This is why the US government wanted to have a stablecoin act. They wanted to have scrutiny of these companies to be able to ensure that they're actually buying T-bills and selling debt in massive amounts like this. And these aren't long-term treasury bills. These are short-term treasury bills. A lot of them rotate extremely quickly. So they're getting paid out extremely quickly. The reverse repos, they're in the banking system too. And they take full advantage of getting paid out in overnight repos and paying back. So they're becoming a large part of how the TradFi system keeps afloat.
And that's what the government wanted. Let's be completely honest. I mean, again, like you said, that's why they went straight for the stablecoin legislation first. And frankly, I mean, I know we'll probably end up touching on it here at some point today, even though it's not technically on the agenda. But like this Clarity Act, that's going to get booted down the road. But that's a whole another conversation. But these T-bills, it also makes sense that they would be going for short-term T-bills. Because look what happened the last time. that some of these banks, or let's clarify that. What was it in 2023 when the crypto friendly banks, had the long-term treasuries? What happened? And then all of a sudden, guess what? Oh, we're going to raise interest rates, and boom, chaga-laga. You know what I mean? They were underwater like instantly. So anyway, I know I got off. I'm getting off track here a little bit.
Well, I mean, and that's a big part of what your regular banks are doing too. They're not going to be caught holding the bag for the government again. Long-term bonds have not been doing very well. And that's a big part of why that 10-year yield that actually affects interest rates is not moving. No one's buying that 10-year and up. They just want these short-term rotations.
Yep. Well, I mean, that's why the Fed has had to jump in at these auctions and go ahead and suck up all the other stuff. Because again, like you just said, these countries aren't buying that. They don't want our debt anymore. Why would they want our debt? They're hoarding gold. And speaking of gold, I mean, look right here at gold. I think it was Joe and I were live and we talked about this, where Tether is now like the largest or the second largest private holder of gold. I mean, hello.
They've got almost $13 billion worth of gold.
Yep.
Which is ridiculous. You could almost start backing some of this with gold as well.
Yes. I see some of that potentially on the horizon. I'm just saying. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just like a crazy man or something. But
I think it's more of a hedge play for them
right now
more than anything else.
Yeah, right now I agree with that.
If gold keeps going, I do see them trying something like a PAX G, where it's like, oh, you want a coin that's tied to the price of gold. Well, we've got $13 billion worth of gold, and this is audited by the banking system and the government literally quarterly, so you know that what we say is actually what we say.
It's funny because they already have a gold instrument, if I'm remembering correctly, like a Tether gold instrument, if I remember. But I don't know all the particulars with regard to that, so I don't want to start throwing stuff randomly out there. But I'm with you. I agree. I see them what's the word I want, maneuvering something else together with regard to what they've got with holdings here.
Oh yeah. And here's their Bitcoin holdings, which is a little bit less than I thought it would be, honestly. Just 9.85 billion, which, considering how many players are in the Bitcoin game and how long Tether's been around, one would expect Tether to have way more Bitcoin than that.
Yeah, maybe. I'm hesitating because we all remember the stories. Let's go with the stories from way back in the early days with Tether and their funny bookkeeping. Let's go with that before I get
are you talking about the scrutiny that they had by the New York government? And
no, not at all.
They didn't play no funny games.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, I see them trying. They want to be a player in this. I mean, even though, let's be honest, that the U.S. government is pretty much saying we're picking Circle as the winner here. Tether is still, I think, has. I think they have the lion's share still of USD peg. Help me, pairs. Yeah.
Well, and they on top of that, they released a whole nother stable coin just to be compliant with US law. So I don't even know if any of this includes all of that in there, because that's supposed to be like a separate entity. Like it is Tether, but it's not USDT.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's not Binance, it's Binance US. Yeah. Kind of like that.
Yep.
And Lad, I see you. Welcome, bud. Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting things, I think, this year in 2026 for Tether. Any predictions you want to make, either of you guys, with regard to Tether for 2026? You want to go out on the proverbial limb?
Let's hear if Badel has any first.
I just feel they'll probably end up being a stable coin for kind of, I'm not going to say CBDC, but something maybe along those lines.
Okay.
I mean, it looks like USDC will really have that advantage on them.
Exactly. I think that's more the case, because, I mean, you've got a lot of these places that are not US based. When I say places, I'm talking like cryptocurrency exchanges, that kind of thing, that are not US based, that may either want their own CBDC style instrument, or they don't want one at all. So,
oh yeah. Well, I mean, in China very recently is coming out with their own kind of stable coin that's backed with yuan. So they're trying the same thing that the US government is doing, and they're not going to be the only one. You've seen there is stable coins pegged to the euro. Like, I think that's going to be a big market as well. There's a lot of crypto over in Europe, and so kind of watch that one play out as well. I don't think Tether's going to try to really fight with USDC over that, but the door is open for a lot of these other countries for you to get in there and be like, we'll be your CBDC.
Yeah. Facts. And it's funny you mentioned Europe, because we one of the other stories that we've got here, a lot of the countries that are putting out a lot of these new tax rules, it's all about Europe or, EU type of countries. So, and Lord knows we've already got enough crazy 1984-esque things going on in the UK right now, but anyway, sorry, I'm not trying to end the conversation there, but
well, we can dive further into that EU real quick with his news article, which is really shown to kind of be heading towards the US, and we'll kind of dive into this one. So the new crypto tax rules hit 40 plus countries as HMRC targets exchanges. So crypto is about to get a little less crypto-y. A sweeping crackdown on crypto tax evasion took effect Thursday as the UK and 47 other countries launched mandatory transaction reporting for digital assets under a new OECD developed rules. According to Financial Times, major crypto exchanges must now collect transaction records for UK customers, including purchase prices, sales amount, profits, while simultaneously reporting users' tax residency details to HM Revenue and Customs. The UK sits among the first wave implementing the crypto assets reporting framework, with HMRC set to automatically share exchange supplied data with participating tax authorities starting in 2027. All EU countries, the Channel Islands, Brazil, the Cayman Islands, which is kind of interesting considering what they do, South Africa, will all receive information under the system. And this X post kind of going over it a little bit more, but it goes into what could be coming into the US.
I was just about to say, coming to the US very soon. Or at least they're going to try. If nothing else, after this administration, I'm thinking. Maybe there'll be a fight while this administration's still in power, but coming soon, I think.
Well, and I with how crypto friendly this administration has been, I do see it not really getting much headway. But if we have an administration change that goes to the other party, instantly this is going into effect. So the United States will implement the framework in 2028 and begin exchanges in 2029. I'm really not sure that they understand what they just agreed to take on, though. Because I don't know how many of you have been through going through taxes when you're involved in crypto, but like just buying, not even selling, the pages that your tax advisor has to deal with are insane. And if this is from all the exchanges, ooh, I don't think they know what they just asked to take on.
Hey,
The
man.
amount of people that they're going to have to hire to go through all of this paperwork that's just going to be sent to them.
AI, baby. AI, baby. Just saying.
True. That's
Just
very
saying.
true.
I mean, I know Badel loves AI, so he's all about that. But you know, that notwithstanding, Badel, were you about to say something and we jumped on you? I'm sorry.
No, the girl, Miss Sarah, just got home. So.
Oh, hi, Miss Sarah. Well,
I mean, the only thing about all that I can say is, besides it's a buttload of paperwork, I'm happy that they didn't say staking, because I have some coins that pay out daily for staking, and 365 transactions per coin. That's a lot of papers right there, and that's just one.
Yeah, that's one wallet, dude. That's one set of information. Because remember how they tried to break it up by wallet. So even if you had a Tangem, but you got 10 things inside your Tangem wallet, that's 10 wallets in your one wallet. Plus, multiply that by however many other wallets you got. That is insane. And you know that's how they're going to have to do it as we move forward. Or if they're going to try and wrap their head around this, that's how they're going to have to do it moving forward, in my opinion. I mean, I can't, well, at least at this point, I can't see a different way.
And that's why I say I don't think they understand what they just asked for. Because, like, yeah, you bring up an even extra point on that. All of your yield paying, that is considered a crypto transaction and it is a taxable event. And so you're asking, a lot of these pay out weekly. So you're asking for 52 weeks worth of data on just one coin that someone might hold. And I know a lot of people that yield farm. That's going to be an insane amount of paperwork that, like, that's just going to be sent to the government. Because this is not, oh, it's a mandatory reporting now. This is, no, the crypto exchange is now forced to send your tax information to the government so the government can make sure that you're not evading paying any taxes.
Yep. No, facts. Scar, maybe a Band-Aid. Welcome. Appreciate seeing you guys. You know, it's funny. I think we're going to see some clarity, or my opinion is, I think we're going to see some clarity with regard to this in whenever they get this new clarity bill out. I mean, to me, that bill is going to be a double-edged sword. Yeah, I get it. If you are a developer, a company that's developing in the crypto space, you need that kind of clarity. I understand. But like for the average Joe, for the people sitting in this stream right now in the chat and us here on the screen, I think it's going to end up being a bigger nightmare than it's worth. My humble opinion.
Well, and that's why I was kind of joking around when I'm saying you better make your money now.
Yeah,
but,
facts.
But at the same time, you know, if the US does implement this going into 2029, and they do have mandatory reporting from these crypto exchanges that operate within US borders, things are about to get extremely wild for them. Because I mean, even them, they already don't have the IRS needed to handle normal freaking taxes.
Yeah.
You want to take on this extra venture? No, this ain't happening. You guys don't know what you just asked for and what you're going to get hit with.
I mean, would that include though, like transactions? Like, if a company is selling something and I send them Bitcoin,
yeah, of course.
I'm not technically selling my Bitcoin. It's just transferring out of my wallet.
Yes,
but you've lost possession, man, and now that's a taxable event.
It includes purchase prices, sale amounts, and profits. So all of that is going to be mandatorily reported to them through the crypto exchange. So if you're using any of these crypto exchanges and you're like, hey, well, I'm on Coinbase, I'm going to send you this much in Bitcoin. It's automatically going to get reported.
Yep. Facts.
But what if you buy Bitcoin on Coinbase and send it to your Tangem?
You're
still in possession, but it's two different.
It's still going to get reported to them, but on your end, it never left your possession.
Exactly.
So that's what I'm saying. They don't understand what they just freaking asked for. You're going to get paperwork that you don't even freaking need.
Now
but it's all to make sure that they are getting their share of the pie, their taxes.
Oh yeah. They want their
easy. Yeah, It's been super easy to evade taxes on crypto. Way easier than any other kind of taxes. And
now, Pac-Man missed the beginning of this conversation about the 40 plus countries, not including America.
Well, so this is all of the EU. Techman's little comment.
I love it though. And welcome, by the way, Tech Man. Appreciate you being here. And Andy, see you. Welcome. That's funny. Now, what I was going to say, because you made an interesting clarification, BC, when you were talking through that. You were talking like, imagine the nightmare it's going to be for cryptocurrency exchanges within U.S. borders. But think about the ones outside, which is the majority, are outside of U.S. borders. Now, we still operate in some of those exchanges. and now, if I'm going to go and actually be, I don't know, square with my taxes, so never mind just the paperwork from U.S. exchanges. Holy cannoli, if you're starting to add all that stuff in, and forget it if you're going to really try and be on top of things with DeFi, like you were mentioning, yield farming and all this other baloney. Holy cow. I mean, wow. If I had that holy balls, I'd be saying, put that in the chat.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's like, and that's why it's like, it does have a little bit of confusion in there. So we'll kind of have to see as this goes further, because this is brand new information. It's not actually rolled out just yet. They're setting up the rails for how to do all of this. And so we will get more information and guarantee we're going to talk about it.
Oh, no doubt.
This is extremely important. But they're saying for any UK based, for now, because that's where it's coming out.
Yeah.
For now, anybody that uses in the UK. So it wouldn't matter if it's a UK exchange or not, UK friendly or whatever. If we're a crypto exchange and we operate and we know that you're a UK member and you're buying our crypto, we are legally obligated to send this stuff in.
To send that information.
And that's why I said at the beginning of this article, crypto is about to get a little less crypto. Because this really makes me long for the old days when I first started buying Bitcoin and I got on a weird website and I messaged a miner and we went through transactions that way. That was the way of Bitcoin. It was actually pseudo anonymous. And that's kind of harder to force people to pay those taxes.
Okay, let me throw this question out there for you two guys. I think 2026 is going to be a big year for privacy coins, the Moneros, the help me, I'm at pirate chains, that kind of thing. I love pirate chain, by the way. But what do you guys think? 2026 going to be a big year for privacy coins because of stuff like this?
Oh yeah, and that's why I've always said that privacy coins will have their place in crypto, because as governments try to do government things, which they will always do.
Yes.
If you really want to participate in crypto and you're here for the crypto, what crypto actually was supposed to be about, you being your own bank, not having government involved in all of this, then privacy coins are going to be the way to go.
Yeah, they're going to be a necessity.
That's why I believe that's also part of why you saw things like the explosion in Zcash. Especially if that's really, that's not just big in the US. That's big over in Europe. And if anyone knew that this was coming, preemptive move there.
Yes, stacking those. Yep. What do you think, Badel? What's your thoughts on the privacy coin sitch?
I agree with that. I kind of like the fact that there's other countries rather than us that are trying to implement this taxes, because if it was us first, it would just be a complete shit show. So now if we can let them deal with that and not us. But,
yeah.
I mean, I feel there's going to be a lot of good points kind of about it. Like, not really good points, but when it does come to America, we'll actually see like what worked, what didn't work. So then we're not doing like they are and implementing this, and then every taxpayer is going to have 50,000 pages that they drop off at their tax accountant every year.
No, they're just going to get those 50,000 pages directly sent to them that they're going to have a shit show dealing with.
Exactly.
Like, I don't understand how that's better. Like, you still get the 50,000 pages, but now you also got to double it because I'm going to send that shit to you too when I'm doing my taxes.
Yeah.
So now you're getting a double whammy.
Yep.
See, I just don't pay taxes. That problem solved.
There you go. I solved the problem by not bothering. There it is.
So
I'll take the box truck to the accountant. I'll pick up the box.
Yeah. Exactly. Right there. There it is.
That is not tax advice. Do not do what Badel does. I don't recommend it. Especially don't do it like Badel does and come on the internet and have
and then tell everybody.
Proof.
Yes. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's so true. So true. And let's see, we got JR in the house. The Buckeye is in the house. Who else am I missing? I feel like a bunch of people. All set. Welcome. Kind of chiming on in here. VPN, buy no KYC exchange, move to hardware wallet, upload to centralized exchange. When selling, no way for the government to find the cost unless you tell them. Now, here's that's kind of the way it is right now. I have a feeling that that's going to change. If we're going to want to utilize a centralized exchange, I think after this Clarity Act comes out, I'm going to bet you they're going to make you report the cost basis, or the exchange not going to be able to process your transaction. My humble opinion, what the hell do I know? But you heard it here first.
There's a lot of ways to kind of get around it. And I mean, one of the bigger ways is making it where you can't even like use VPNs on some of these exchanges. Hey, if you want to operate within the US borders, you can't have, as a crypto exchange, you can't allow VPNs on there. You know, there's a lot of things that they can start doing here. And as technology is getting better, they're going to easily be able to enforce some of these things with help of AI and all of that. And when it comes to coding and figuring out how to operate the internet, a little bit towards their advantage. Like 1984 didn't just come, it came and went, and they're trying to figure out how to do it better.
Yes, time to improve it. Yes. Facts. Okay, the doom and gloom is here. On HODL the Line.
Yep. And it just continues with the next news article too.
Yeah, kind of. All right, BC, you queued it up. Go ahead, brother.
Well, since we brought it up, as this says, 40 once popular chain stores, most of US lost in 2025. So this kind of dives through a list of 40 places that have closed locations or completely closed here. So some change closed down for good, like Party City went away in February of 2025. Joanne also closed down shortly after. I bought a lot of stuff when they were closing though. So
there you go.
Like, on big discount. It was like 80% off. I was so happy about that, which is not a store you'd probably expect me to go in and spend a bunch of money at, but I definitely
really isn't BC, but hey, whatever, man.
Forever 21 closed
Yeah.
down as well. So a lot of these, some of them are going digital only. So there is that as well. But you got chains closing locations like Advanced Auto Parts closed down a lot of stores in 2025. They closed 523 stores. And this wasn't widely talked about. You know,
No.
you've got Amazon Fresh. They were opening up grocery stores. Pretty much basically all closed down. It's
Yeah,
all
that
digital.
surprised me that they were even going that route. That didn't make any sense to me whatsoever. But
Well, that was more to compete with Walmart, you know. It's
Yeah.
like you gotta at least test it out because Walmart has those as well. You know, the grocery only stores that they got. So
yeah.
ability to compete, Walmart's kind of got its grips on that. At home closed 26 stores before September, and also entered Chapter 11 bankruptcy, which I've talked a lot about on my Good Morning Crypto show. Is there's
Yep.
been a massive waves of bankruptcies that we saw in 2025.
And
You got
more are
Best
coming.
Oh yeah, a lot more. The oldest store is facing Chapter 11 bankruptcy right now, and that is a store in New York City who has been open
Yep.
for almost 160 years.
Yep.
So Saks is looking at closing, and we'll keep our eye on that one. Best Buy, they closed 24 stores this past
I was sad
week.
to see that. I like Best Buy personally.
yeah.
I love Geek Squad. So sorry. Sorry. I
No,
just do.
that's one of my favorite places to shop, which isn't surprising to hear.
No, not at all.
We got Big Lots. Big Lots went into bankruptcy, so they closed a lot of their stuff just to survive.
Yep.
Home businesses like Carter's. Carter's was a children's clothing
Yep.
store.
Children's clothing.
150 stores. 150 stores just gone. You got Claire's went through Chapter 11. We talked about that at the beginning.
Yep.
You've got storage places that are closing. Cosmics, don't know about that one.
I was going to say I've never even heard of that one until I read this article.
I was going to ask, has any of you two ever been or seen a Cosmics?
Nope.
Because I
Never
thought
even heard of it.
I thought it was just like an idea that they were going to do it. I didn't know they actually did it.
Obviously they did, and it didn't work out very well.
No, screw it. It's a McDonald's subsidiary. Who cares?
Yeah.
We don't need more of that nonsense. Del Taco, which I'm kind of sad about. You know, it's more of a regional thing, but they closed 18 restaurants in Colorado alone. And then had a bankruptcy filing, and now there's only one location open in Colorado.
Crazy.
Oh yeah, Denny's, one of the super old restaurant. You know.
Yeah, I used to love Denny's after a night of drinking. Go to Denny's; they're open all night, man. Yeah,
yeah.
Not anymore. They're all closing.
Well, they closed 50 stores in 2024, and then they closed 100 stores in 2025. So, Conspiracy Crypto said there was a Cosmic C in San Antonio, and it closed. It's probably one of the 3 locations that they had, and it closed. So, there we go. We know where a Cosmic C was.
Was
Dick's Sporting Goods. Dick's Sporting Goods closed at 35 stores, and then they're going a little more digital. So that's one of those that's actually trying to compete, but that does affect a lot of jobs.
Oh, heck yeah.
Dollar
this
General
one right here. This one surprised me. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah. And this is a crucial store for those people that live in like less populated areas.
Yeah.
You know, Dollar General. Badel over here, like, yeah, I go to Dollar General every day.
Hey, listen, I go to Dollar General. I love Dollar General, but that's why I was surprised by this, to be honest.
I mean, I don't go there every day, but I'm in a small enough population town where just about every town around me has a Dollar General, because the Dollar General is half a mile that way, and a Walmart is 30 minutes that way.
Yep. And that's where Dollar General really succeeds. But like this is a lot of warning signs that pretty much got ignored over 2025. Domino's closing 205 locations.
Domino
That's
sucks. Just saying.
well,
Okay, there it is.
that's a little less unexpected. You know, there's like 7 Domino's in my small little city. So they definitely exploded on locations. So, but also at the same time, this is showing a contracting of your economy, which is why they're closing a lot of these locations.
I mean, as we go through this, BC, look at this again. Now here we are with Family Dollar, right? It's the retail establishments and the restaurants. People can't afford to go shopping. They're on the internet looking at Temu and all these other places that they can get their stuff for like shit cheap, and they want it sent to them because people are lazy. Let's just be honest. And people can't afford to go out and eat anymore, which is a sign of our weakening economy, in my opinion. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt where you're scrolling through, because I would love to get through this list for everybody. Anyway,
I mean,
there we are.
That's why I wanted to talk about this. You know, this really shows a lot of signs that, you know, kind of got glossed over. You know, we got told all through 2025, the economy is great. Inflation's not terrible. You know, we should be cutting a basis point at a time. Screw the 25 basis points. We should be cutting whole percentages at a time. And if they had done any of that, you would have saw way more of these stores closing. Bankruptcies like crazy, and we already saw a lot of bankruptcies.
Yes.
So like the signs that are slowly showing up would have been like cracks throughout the system.
Yep. Yeah, the cracks would have been chasms. Yeah, exactly right.
So this one is crazy. Family Dollar, which I don't know, I've shopped at Family Dollar. You know, if you want to, like, it's a great place to go if you wanted to buy, you know, like cheap cleaning products, which is what I used to do a lot. They closed 600 locations in 2024, and they closed almost 400 locations in 2025. That's 1,000 stores in 2 years. While we were all told the economy's great, you know, there's nothing to worry about. For some reason, I'm not believing them. You know?
Yeah. I don't know why. Yeah.
Like, well, I mean, the cost of everything is going up too. Like, I went to Kohl's yesterday, you know, because I got a gift card for Christmas. I was like, okay, yeah, you know, I can get like 2 pairs of jeans and like 2, maybe 3 shirts. No, I went and looked at a pair of Levi's jeans, $70, and I'm like, when the hell did that go up? I'm like, last time I bought them, they were like $40, and I was still like, okay, for a pair of jeans, it's a little high, but not bad. But 70, and I'm like, nope.
Yeah, we going to Walmart.
yeah, right. Exactly.
You got Foot Locker, supposed to be closing more stores this year as well. They closed 280 stores, and then supposed to close 400 more in 2026. Yeah. Economy's great, you know.
Shoes, though, I mean,
yeah, but I mean, there was a big shoe fad, so a lot of that, you know, as the economy is kind of hurting a little bit, you know, people can't have those nice.
You can't go out and spend $600 on a pair of kicks. Yeah, exactly.
Which was always wild to me. You know, I buy a pair of shoes every couple of years or so, and they last me. I just spend a little bit of money on them, but you know, I'm not growing anymore, so I can buy a pair of shoes and they'll last me for a few years.
Right, exactly. And Jesse, welcome. Appreciate you being here, man. Jesse emojis in the chat if you are a channel member. All right, what else we got? We got Forever 21. You know, though we got a lot of women in that probably watch that are like, yeah, man, I'm not a day over 21. You know, I'm guessing they're not shopping here.
Oh no. Well, they closed 200 locations and then also went through bankruptcy. So we'll see what happens in 2026 if they're still, because I believe they went through Chapter 7, which means that you're still allowed to operate as a business instead of filing for Chapter 11 and trying to just completely close it all down. So interesting one to see. No surprise here. GameStop, but 590 stores. GameStop hasn't been performing in a long time. I still don't know why they have this many stores, but this one was a little less surprising to see. They're supposed to be closing more this year too, so keep your eye out for that one. Goodwill, not as crazy. 13 locations. Jack in the Box, 2,200 locations across 22 states.
That's insane. And there are no Jack in the Boxes near me, so like I've never even been. But man, that's like a huge number.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I used to love Jack in the Box, so that one was kind of crazy to see. They used to be all over when I was living in the South, and they actually always had a line going through them, and they were always busy. But like this is really showing how hard the economy is getting hit on just like eating at restaurants, when even your fast food chains are struggling now.
Yep. Well, yeah, I mean, you go to McDonald's, you pay what? $25 for a Big Mac? What the hell ever it is right now? It's like insane. It's insane.
I paid $25 at the grocery store the other day just for my breakfasts for like the whole week.
So
it's like that makes more sense to me. I was never a big fan of eating out at restaurants like that. If I'm going to go to a restaurant and spend money, I want to be serviced. I want like a really nice waiter that walks up and has a good conversation with you and has a really funny story, and they got a good wine recommendation to go with your meal and all that. I want like some nice dining experiences. I'm not trying to spend $25. Yeah, I'm not trying to spend $25 to eat slop. So not too unexpected on some of these, like Del Taco, which wasn't great food. So JCPenney's closing a lot of stores as well, and they went through Chapter 11. So
and a couple of these and there'll be a couple more as we go through, but JCPenney's definitely one of them. I mean, think about it. There used to be in the 90s, 80s, 90s, it was all about malls, right? They built the biggest mall, the Mall of America, the this, the that, whatever. And these were the anchor stores that were in every mall you went to. But now these malls are closing. They're refurbishing them into God knows what, depending on where you live. And here you go. You got these anchor stores that are basically just dying on the side of the road here, like JCPenney.
Oh, yeah. Right. And then we talked about Joann at the beginning, completely out of business. All of their locations have closed. And that happened with their second bankruptcy. So no more for that one. Kirkland's, another big one, 300 stores in 35 states. And that was after they recently purchased Bed Bath & Beyond. So not doing well there either. And that's like another store where, it was easy to just go there and get some things that you needed at your house. But Amazon's really kind of beaten out some of these things.
Facts.
Or it's like, well, why would I go to the store when I could just have my sheets mailed to me?
Yeah. Facts.
Didn't you just talk about Kohl's? Badel? Yep. Kohl's closed down 1,150 locations this past year.
I'll tell you what, I never found Kohl's to be even remotely like worth my time to go shopping in. They weren't, they were always more expensive. They didn't have the selection you wanted. I hated the way they merchandised their store. My wife used to love going there. Don't tell her I hated it. But anyway.
I mean, like most of the women I know used to like shopping at Kohl's, and like the Kohl's Cash was a big thing for it.
Oh my God.
Apparently it hasn't helped anything. They closed 1,100 locations. So just another part of your economy that's contracting.
You want to hear something crazy about my experience at Kohl's yesterday?
Let's hear it. Story time.
They have an Amazon. They have an Amazon return area. It's like you can return Amazons, and I get it. It's after the holidays. There was more people in line to return items through the Amazon return than there was shoppers in the store.
I believe that.
That's not surprising.
I believe that.
And I'm like, why would you guys wait a half an hour to return a box? Like, you know how many different Amazon return locations there are in this area? Like, why would you come to Kohl's just to return a box and then stand in line for half an hour when you could go 5 minutes down the road or 2 minutes down the road? You know, it's like
I'm gonna guess they were close to my age. Just a guess. No. Oh wow, I'm surprised.
I say between me and you, probably more or less more towards my age.
Okay.
But it's like they were standing in line so long they would set the boxes down and they would just slide them forward with their foot. Because I'm like, you guys are just whatever. But I was like, that's crazy that they put it in the back corner of the store, which I know is a sales gimmick. So then they got to walk through the store. But the fact that there was more people waiting to return packages to Amazon than there was shoppers in the store, I was like, wow. Because I mean, unless if they get some kind of a kickback from that, but
maybe
I'm sure they do. They must get some kind of stipend or something.
And it's probably being the area is probably being rented to them, to Amazon.
Oh, I didn't think about that, but yeah, you might be right. You might be right.
And then you also get that extra foot traffic and all that. So double incentive.
Yep. There you go. There you go. Now, this one that you got up on the screen here, Kroger, I've never been. There's none in my area. Have either of you guys ever been to Kroger?
Yeah. It's more of a southern location type thing, but they closed a lot of stores too. 60 stores, which were underperforming, which probably just means that the economy is not doing too hot. So, I
think a lot of that's based on locations, though.
But like, still, like the people still have to spend money and buy food.
Yeah, but I'm just saying though, like the Kroger near me that I've been to before, there's literally a Walmart like a quarter mile away, and then it's like, then they closed that Walmart and moved it a quarter mile further to build a 3 times the size Walmart. So it's like, would you go to Kroger or would you go less than half a mile away to this 5 times the size Walmart?
Right.
Neither. I shop local, so
there you go.
That's
funny.
My preference.
I was just having that discussion with my wife. I'm like, that's it. No more of this, like getting the meat here at this store, grocery store. I said, next month we're going to the butcher. We're setting ourselves up for the month. We're planning it out. I'm like, screw that. You know what I mean? We used to do that back in the day, and we're going back to that because
just make sure you find a good butcher. Because I used to buy like half a cow or a full cow at a time, and my buddy found one that was like 3 hours away. And by the time we got through about my half of the cow, all the roasts and everything in the middle were all rotted and just terrible. And I was like, that was a waste.
Well, were they frozen when they were given to you?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that's weird. I've never had that problem. We drive like 2 hours to our butcher. So
yeah, I was gonna say it's been a long time since we've been to the butcher, but yes, we're talking through it. We're starting next month. We're gonna be back to that because
it's worth it. I mean, as long as you got the right, as long as you're with the right butcher and you're getting the right cuts of meat for you, it's way cheaper. So.
Yep.
Well, it's back when I used to grill a steak at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning because I either was still awake or I just woke up and I'm like, you know what? I got 75 pounds more of steak. What is it? Like, I don't care.
We eating like a baller because we can.
Because we can.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This one I was surprised to hear about though. Lumber liquidations, which your housing supplies.
Well, but I mean, the housing sector right now, we're not really building new houses. So,
Well,
I
it's
mean,
not
maybe.
so much new houses. It's more showing you what's going on with people that already own homes.
Well, that's
You're not
true.
making renovations.
That's
We
true.
can't afford
It's about
renovations.
renovations. Yep.
So
That's true.
that was their big kind of thing. They don't really sell to new builds, stuff like that. This is
Yeah.
more for like your average person. Well,
Yeah,
it's
no,
not
you're
that.
right. You're right. I've been there. I redid my floor with the, lumber liquidators. Yeah. You're right.
Oh
It
yeah.
was renovation.
I
Absolutely.
mean, but they're not really that much cheaper though than most other places.
It's
Yeah.
a little bit cheap, but like when you're talking about saving on the foot and you've got like a big house, it ends up saving you quite a bit of money.
Yeah. It all
Yeah.
depends on how much. Yeah. And what you want. Let's be honest.
Exactly.
And Shuby, welcome, brother. Shuby Buckets in the chat, everybody. Yeah, but I don't know. To me, this one was definitely like one of those, where did that come from?
Oh, yeah.
Kind of ones. You know what I mean?
So like, and this is what we were saying is like, it's not just, and this is what I talked about on my show in the morning, where when we saw companies filing for bankruptcy, this isn't a single sector thing. Where
Right.
normally when you see these kind of bankruptcies going on, where 2021 and 2022, all crypto related bankruptcies. 2008, it was all like a banking industry. Those were the people that got hit. You saw in 2010, it was your car industry. This is not industry specific. This
It
is
is not.
all of the industries, all of them,
Yep.
because your economy is shrinking.
Indeed.
Macy's dumped 65 stores, and then they're planning to close 50 more as well.
This one kind of like hits me because one, I'm old. So like I remember going to Macy's back in the day, but like it brings me back to like the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade, on Thanksgiving Day. Do you guys watch that, live from New York City? Really?
I used to.
I used to.
Well, okay, that's what I mean. Back like in the day, yeah. That's how I was brought up. My kids were brought up. That was part of the Thanksgiving Day tradition, and so that's where this hurts me just a little bit. I guess I don't know. Whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Jay Viola, welcome. I see you sliding on in here. Welcome.
And they've closed more. They closed more stores in 2024 than they did last year. So it was 65 in 2025. But they, in total, in 2 years, they've closed 150 locations. So they're really getting hit hard too. Noodles and Company was surprised to hear this. They were all the rage for a while. They've closed down 37 locations.
I've never even heard of this place. I don't know what it is.
So
is it like a soup company or something?
No, it's like literally what I said, noodles. So
that's
like
it.
Yeah. So like it's pastas. It's really
I got
good.
one about 45 minutes from my house. I used to drive by it all the time, but I've never been.
Oh, they were so good. A lot of them were closed. This one on the border, I was surprised. 120 restaurants by February, and then they filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. So
now on the border, is that the same as Chili's?
No. I believe they're owned by the same company, though.
Well, they're definitely owned by the same company as there's another one down below. I can't remember what the heck it is. Well, it might not be the next one, but a little bit further down, we'll get to it. And because they were built, I know only because they were built together near me, and they closed down together near me. They were like, that was it. Boom, they're gone. So, yeah.
This one was wild. Party City. The parent company. They just shut them on down. And my ex used to work at a Party City, and she got out of there like right before they did all that. They bought a brand new location and then closed the store. I was like, what was the point of that?
Right.
So they're gone. PNC Bank. So like we said, this is not industry specific. They closed 10% of its branches. So that one was a wild one to kind of hear. Was it Red Robin you were talking about?
No, I'll tell you when we get to it. It's
right.
it's Smoky Bones, I think it is. Smoky Bones.
Okay. I've never heard of that one. So Red Robin shut down 70 locations, and then they're also planning to shut down 10 or 15 more going into 2026. So economy's doing great, you know. Just
Yeah,
don't listen to
everything's
what
great.
they're saying. REI, which I was surprised to hear about, closed
That
their
surprised
stores.
me a little bit too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. New Jersey, Boston, and New York City planning to close all of them and going into the first quarter of 2026.
Yeah, REI is kind of big up my way here in New England. Yeah.
Oh yeah. 7-Eleven, 400 stores, and then in the process of closing 444 more.
Well, they're mainly, at least out here, 7-Eleven is mainly just known for their slushies. That's about it.
You know.
Everything else there,
that's what
trash.
Well, it did see, and like it's not just known for that in America. It's also known for that outside of America. But like,
Right.
you know, this was the gas station that was down the street from me growing up as a kid, and we'd go in there and you get your icy or whatever, and it's like 7-Eleven is really getting hit, and that's surprising. 7-Eleven was all in the news for card skimmers. Also not surprising. So
there you go.
you know,
Oh,
this is
did you see Shuby's comment about 7-Eleven?
Yeah, he just said that.
Oh, you did? Oh, I missed it.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I missed
that's
you
what I
saying
said. It was in the news for card skimmers, and that's
I
also
missed the
not
card
surprising.
skimmer part. I'm sorry. Okay, sorry.
Smoky and Bones Fire and
Yeah,
Grills.
Smoky Bones. Yeah, that's the one.
Yep. There we go. So they closed half of its locations.
Yep.
So
That's a lot.
surprising.
I mean, I don't know how many they have, but when you close 50%, that's not a good sign.
No,
not a good sign.
And
I was so
also
happy to see this one on the list. Starbucks sucks.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And
They're too damn expensive.
Starbucks, they don't have the number here, but hundreds of stores closed in 2025. And that's the one, there's more competition, but two, it's like, who can really afford to go spend like $11 on a frou-frou cup of coffee?
That's
not
exactly
even good. Yeah. It's like not even good coffee. It's like you need it all sugary, otherwise, so you can't taste the terrible coffee. And yeah, they've also been having trouble for years. So with the economy also kind of contracting right now, I was not a surprise to hear this one. Honestly.
Yeah, me either. And happy to see it. Go.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
TGI Fridays, which
this one I was kind of sad. I used to love going there. You know, you could get kind of a sit down thing, but it didn't cost you an arm and a leg, and they had some decent drinks. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. 36 locations, and then they plan to sell off 9 this year. So Torrid, never heard of them.
Never heard of them.
No.
50 stores. UPS, this is a big one. 73 stores will be losing 20,000. Will have lost 20,000 jobs in just UPS alone. So looking to close more this year as well. Economy's doing great, y'all. Walgreens. Walgreens. 8,600 stores.
Yep. They've been on a decline since they bought out Rite Aid. I mean, or in my opinion, because we have had a lot of Rite Aids in my area and Walgreens, and like once that transition happened, it was like everything went downhill from there. Everything went downhill.
But this also notes that CVS was also closing locations in 2024 and closed locations in 2025. So it's both of them. Walmart closing in 6 different states. It doesn't really say what those stores were though. But that's 40 different chains, like some well-renowned chains in all sorts of industries that either one completely closed down thousands of locations, or a giant portion of their locations. All while we were told all through 2025 that the economy is doing amazing. Inflation's not a problem. Jobs numbers are a little bit but like, everything was fine. And that is not, this shows a completely different story. And a lot of that show was talked about what is also going to be going into 2026. More stores are going to be closing down. We'll kind of have to see with how 2026 started if we can get some kind of different direction with the first moves that were made this year and trying to re-strengthen the petrodollar. You might start to see some of this turnaround where your dollar dominance is now higher and all of that. But for now, this is the trend. And it's not just stores that are closing down. It's also whole companies, which didn't get talked about here, but I've talked about on my show. The actual manufacturers that provide you your goods. iRoomba, the iRobot, the people that made the Roomba, they filed for bankruptcy. Like they were the first ones that did it, Like all of our industries are being hit, and we're just told that this is all fine. And that's straight bull. Like and it doesn't get talked about. And I'm starting to really get a little more worried about where 2026 might go if this is the trend that we're going to be seeing.
Sadly, my opinion in my 2026 prediction, doom and gloom. I think we're going to see more and more of this as we move into 2026. Not that I'm trying to get everybody panicking or whatever, but protect yourself. Do what you got to do. My 2 cents without giving any financial advice. Meet Damien is in the house. Welcome, sir. Appreciate you being here, man.
As we're winding up, we've got
we are winding down. We're way over.
Yeah.
Actually, we're over.
It takes some time to talk about 40 different businesses that we're seeing massive contractions in that force them to close stores. And
I'd like to see
of industries.
I'd like to see a list of the opposite of the top, say 20, 30, or 40 companies that are growing.
So, we can kind of go into that on another show, but it's pretty much who you would expect. But it's not growing by locations and things like that. It's more just growing by their company's dominance.
I was gonna say by the money they're getting from the government. Sorry. Anyway,
the government would never do that. They would never subsidize billionaires. Why would they do that, CCM?
Oh, I know. I'm going off track again. Listen, if there's an admin that has Meet Damien's channel information, drop it in the chat so we can promote him out. I don't have my normal setup here, so I don't have it immediately available to me. I'd appreciate that. Thank you very much. Man. All right, guys. What do you guys got going? Let's start wrapping this thing up here because we're over an hour. Great first show. I love it. Actually, I think this was a good first show. Thank you to everybody in the chat that was helping to kind of keep that going. What do you guys got going in 2026? What's your long term, that kind of thing for 2026? Badel, go ahead. Start us off, brother. What do you think in 2026-ish?
Got a lot of stuff I got to fix around the house when it becomes summertime and it's nice out.
There you go.
But I would
doing more stuff with the solar.
Well, the panels I have are maxed out on my solar generator. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do much with solar this year, as in expanding it.
Okay.
But I mean, since I have it, I feel pretty good, and it's mounted on the roof. I may, once the summertime hits, I feel I'll be outside more and hopefully start getting some kind of content out there.
Okay. Hey, as long as you're here on Mondays, man. I'm just saying. Just saying.
It's
Well,
wishy-washy.
and Fridays.
It's like I have like one side of my head's like, oh, start making some videos. It doesn't matter if they're good, bad, long, short, whatever. Just start doing it. And then the other side of me is like, take a freaking break and relax and chill.
That's why I was very sparsely anywhere for like the holidays, man. It was spend time with family and just put the brakes on, and yeah, that was it. And BC, thank you, man. Appreciate you dropping Meet Damien's info in there. Anything else you got on the even the temporary agenda there, Badel? Anything else? Not that you have to have anything else. I just didn't want to cut you off.
I gotta go to bed early tonight to wake up early to cut my plants down. But
all right, there it is. Hey, that's important stuff. Just
can't say too much about that. And it's like I thought about starting like a separate YouTube channel for that.
That's a good idea. Why
not?
A
lot of the people that get big on that, they either get like shadow banned or they end up just going to a different platform. Mm-hmm. So I just kind of feel like, if everybody else is being forced that way, like why would I even try to start?
Well, just make a Rumble.
There you go. I'll go to Odyssey, something like that. Yep.
One of my favorite YouTubers had to go to Odyssey because YouTube was just very obscure about their bans, and he got hit on 2 strikes. He was like, screw this, I'm done playing your game. Took all of his content off of there. He had millions of subscribers, went to Odyssey.
Yep. Yeah. Odyssey is great. That's why I have all of my stuff, all of my YouTube stuff backed up on Odyssey. This show right here will be on Odyssey shortly, right after we're done streaming. It is really good, and it's growing. It's a growing platform. What about you, BC? What you got going on?
Well, 2026 will probably be coming with a little bit of a schedule change. So I'll be changing jobs here. I'll be working evenings. And then I might have to take a little bit of a hiatus later in the year because I'm going to try to go back to school and then switch careers. So we will see how that all goes. I will try to see if I can get my work schedule to at least accommodate with Mondays and all that, but I'll probably have to take a little bit of a hiatus from Piper Academy. And then probably just do my weekend stuff with like LBC where we'll just be dropping stills. So I'll know more as 2026 progresses, but I'm kind of excited for it. But for now, we'll be doubling down on some of the content on Piper Academy and the Discord and over on my channel. So,
okay. Sounds like a lot of things going for 2026 for BC PortCorp.
And nothing else will change. I will still be the same BC ranting, sarcastic person I have always been. And it is not a new year, new me. You will get the same old BC.
That's a good thing.
We didn't even get into like if we had any New Year's resolutions, but
I don't make them anymore.
Nope. I never
don't make them anymore. Oh man. All right. Well, BC, keep us in the loop so we know what's going on and we can support you however we can. For me, guys, today was the first day of the new Crypto Mindset Minutes series at 11 a.m. on Mondays and Wednesdays. If you didn't catch that premiere today, go back and check it out. I was talking about sound money, talked a lot about gold, a lot about silver and Bitcoin, and tried to lay the foundation for sound money because I think everything in that series as we try to explain the monetary system out, which is my goal, at least for the initial pieces of that series, that we need that base. So Wednesday, 11 a.m. is the second premiere. So the second episode, make sure you're checking that out. And tomorrow night, Jar and I live 6 p.m. Eastern time, talking a bunch of things. We're going to talk about Cynthia Lummis leaving. I was very sad. I was very sad for that news. I mean, I get it. She's been there a while, but she's a good, been a huge advocate for crypto. So, I mean, it'll be sad to see her go. Hopefully we can get somebody that's equally like pro crypto in her place. And then, of course, this Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern time, Crypto on the Rocks. Be there or be square. All right, there you go. That's me for the rest of this. I say we wrap this thing up, guys. What are you thinking? You agree?
I'm good on that.
Yep.
I can smell the food cooking already.
I can smell the food.
That's what I ate before.
Well, I already ate before, but I smelled them brats, and I'm like, oh yeah, I can definitely eat some more.
I get that. All right, then we're out of here, everybody. We'll be back next Monday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure that you are stopping by here and share this thing out. Really appreciate everybody, and thanks for being so active in the chat, guys. All right, Happy New Year, and we'll see you next week. Take care, everybody.
Good one.
Night all.
Yeah, fingers frozen, call it ice on my grip. Wallet getting heavy, yeah, it's making me trip. Charge doing backflips, but I'm steady, don't slip. Never fold, got a diamond script, no eclipse. Wolves in the market, they circle and pray. I'm a bull on parade, charging every payday. Paper hands crumble, they just fade away. I'm stacking sats, building castles where I stay. Diamond hands, I ain't letting it go. Stacking up, yeah, I'm watching it grow. Riding waves, yeah, I'm surfing the flow. Up and down, but my faith never low. Diamond hands, yeah, they gleam and they shine. Through the storm, I just hold the line. Day and night, yeah, I'm always aligned. Crypto king, yeah, the throne is mine.